It gives me immense pleasure to now introduce to you the guest speaker of the event, Shri Nihar N. Jambusaria ji. He is a man of professional wisdom, vision, and strong organization skills with a firm belief in all-round inclusive growth of Indian chartered accountancy profession. Sir, please address the gathering and enlighten us with your thoughts and experiences.
Thank you, Surbhi. Very respected chief guest Vijay Kantaji, member finance Salecha additional member Pandeji, all the IRS officers who are present today. Let me at the outset thank Salecha for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. And compliments and congratulations to you on your 10th IRS Day, which you are celebrating today. I have counted this 10th year from the year 2012 when Madam said that you started celebrating IRS Day from 2012. This should be your 10th IRS Day. And it is a good practice to celebrate one day in the year in this grand way. When you come together, share your experiences, guide the juniors, and see that the organization moves forward and becomes more dynamic. So congratulations to you again. Let me also tell you that I feel as if I'm also part of IRS in the sense that with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Indian Railways for the first time collaborated in the year 2015 when a thought of converting the accounts into double entry system of accounting was put forward before the minister and before the railway. And the then minister accepted this idea, and the whole exercise of converting the Indian Railways accounts into double entry system commenced in 2015. About 25 chartered accountants firms were involved in this project. And we completed the first phase work in February 19. Although I was not personally involved in this project, but since it was going on, and as a council member, I was observing what is going on, I was aware, and we were all feeling that we are part of Indian Railway Services. To inform you briefly about what we have done, a very comprehensive scope evaluation report was submitted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants. Fixed asset register was prepared. Opening balance sheet and financial statement, 15, 16 and 17 were prepared, and training of the Indian Railway employees was done. So this was one phase of the project, and I understand that completing this double entry accounting financial system, the government converted into double entry, and finally you have to merge the government finances and accounts. You have to continue to maintain accounts on system. At the same time, you are doing it parallelly under the double entry system. Going forward, we wish that all accounts of all government will be converted into double entry, and you will have only a single set of financial statements. Even now we are doing some of the works like handholding in preparation of transaction-based accounting software, reconciliation of investment of Indian Railway in its SPV, JV and PSU, reconciliation of capital work in progress, lease and owned assets, reconciliation of rolling stock, and framework of applicability of Ind AS. These are the projects on which the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is working with Indian Railways today. And there is also something lying in future, some projects like study of existing store verification, about which I will speak later. We can transform it completely study of GST and of existing study. These are some of the projects which are being planned along with Salecha, and they are under discussion. Now, how Institute of Chartered Accountants and IRS have a good synergy. You are looking after the accounting system. At the same time, now that your budget is merged with the union government, part of your capex is financed by the union budget and you are raising from market. So very rightly put one of the previous speakers that your function of accounting or finance is not a routine function, and it is a function where you can really be a part of the partner in nation building of the government of India. Because during the pandemic, we have learned various lessons. And in the beginning itself, it was very rightly put that it was very difficult to estimate revenues. When the pandemic was on, lockdown was on, your passenger and goods carriage services were completely on hold. You were not able to plan your revenues, but you could control your cost. Again, when everything opened, the pandemic has struck again. So at one point of time, when at the Institute of Chartered Accountants, when we saw that the pandemic has cooled down, we thought that now the progress will be very steep. When the pandemic struck again, we have a feeling that this progress of the GDP will be seesaw type, that it will not be steep, but it may go up, it may come down, depending on how pandemic progresses. So in this uncertain atmosphere, in this uncertain framework, where we have to plan our finances, plan our revenues, it is a difficult exercise, it is ongoing, and every day we have to estimate the future and take decision. Very dynamic kind of situation. And as Madam rightly put, that change is inevitable. And what is the change in this time that we have to adopt, not even voluntarily, but mandatorily? We have seen during pandemic, and even take example of today's event, which you were always doing physically in a grand way. But even today, when you can't do it physically, you are able to do it virtually. How has it happened? We have adopted technology. Now, we have adopted technology in a limited way during this pandemic period. But if you look at the opportunities which are available, huge opportunities are available. Let me give one or two examples, and then let me discuss what could be the way forward for you and us to adopt automation to our advantage. I'll give you one example. Last year, when the pandemic broke, the country went under lockdown in March 2020. And you know that accounts close on 31st March. And auditors have also to audit the accounts by September. And you are aware that by September, nothing had opened. So how to finalize audit? Most of the listed companies completed their annual general meeting in June and July, although government was generous enough to grant extensions. During this period, particularly in audit, there is one function which is required to be done very carefully, and that is stock verification, physical stock verification. Now at the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, various queries were raised by our members. How can we do it? And then the Institute thought, let us use this technology to our advantage, guide our members, and let us not miss out on a very important function of verification of inventory. And when we made the research, we could come to know that we can use the drone technology very gainfully to do physical verification of stock. And the clients were asked to use these drones to run in their godowns and the auditor sitting in his office was counting physically, sitting in his office. We could do this with technology, and this opened our eyes, and we were able to realize that God, perhaps, although pandemic is not good for the world or any economy, but pandemic has sent us a message that we are slow on adoption of technology. We have to be very fast. And at the institute, we thought that let us introduce intensive courses in robotic processes, data analytics. See, many of analysis functions at present, you and many of the companies are doing manually. Although we use computers, the Excel sheet on which data comes, we physically, personally, manually analyze. There's data analytics techniques which are available. They do many analysis functions for us, and for which the institute has launched many courses for our members. And why I'm telling you all this, that I was proposing to Salecha ji then that we can have certain joint programs where even institute can help training of members of IRS. We can design certain specific refresher courses for you, and we can collaborate and do something for capacity building of members in a grand way. So let us plan this and do this. And the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India will always be very open to help the Indian Railways, or we can do certain projects collectively. I would also mention about some of the steps which we have taken. We are arranging a round table of CFOs of different sector companies, and we are arranging a talk on how they navigated during the pandemic period when finances were scarce, revenue could not be planned, we had only little control over expenses, how they navigated the affairs of the company successfully, and these companies are doing well in spite of the pandemic. So I would like that if member finance or anybody from Indian Railway could also participate in the round table, it will be a good learning exercise both for the CFOs of private sector companies and for the members of IRS of the Indian Railways. We can do this and learn from each other's experiences. Another very important project which I would suggest for Indian Railways is sustainability. When Madam ran that short video, I could see that you have got excellent infrastructure at railways. You can use this infrastructure to train your members on sustainability. And sustainability is something which talks about how you retain and enhance your revenues and progress on long-term basis. Apart from this, you would be aware that last year even the Prime Minister's talk about triple bottom line on sustainability. What is this triple bottom line? All accountants, right from the time they have learned preparing the financial statements, know about only one bottom line, and bottom line is profit or loss. The last figure in the profit and loss statement. Profit is the bottom line. Now government is talking about triple bottom line. That is, you not only talk about profit, but talk about people and planet. You know that climate change has posed big challenge to the survival of the planet itself. So every government in the world is talking about, think about the people, think about the planet also. Don't only think about the profit. I think this sustainability initiative, if it has already started in railways, it is good. Otherwise, at the institute, we are prepared to help you. And we can introduce the concepts of sustainability reporting, which is non-financial reporting. And this will help you too much, because going forward, every organization, whether private sector or public sector, will be required to report on sustainability. So let us think about some of the joint projects which we can undertake together. The Institute of Chartered Accountants has started developing audit tools. Now, what are these audit tools? As auditor, many of the audit functions we were doing manually, whereas there are certain audit tools developed by some of the software companies which can do the analysis as auditor and give a report which the auditor has to consider and give his final report. We can share this exercise with you, and these audit tools can help you particularly in your internal audit function. Even on internal audit fronts, there are several developments in the last 2 years. And if you are willing to really know about it, the Institute can organize some programs for your benefit. There are many areas in which we can collaborate and help and learn from each other. Let us have these programs for the future. I'm sure Salecha ji and his team will be happy to have these joint programs for the benefit of your members and our members. And one more information which I would like to share with you before I conclude. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has brought out a notification recently. You would be aware about it, that all accounting softwares are now required to have audit trail. What is this audit trail? Audit trail means, see, so far what we were doing in our accounting software, if we found that a particular entry has been wrongly done, we were cancelling that entry, removing, deleting that entry. Now this audit trail means you can't remove the entry, but you have to pass a journal entry to rectify it. This is called audit trail. So if somebody had played mischief and wanted to delete an entry, he or she cannot do it now. That is what the government wants in the accounting softwares. And this is insisted to be there in all accounting softwares from 1st April 2022. And they have to prepare for it. So these are some of the advancements in technology and we can progress from all these facilities which are available. The technology, they can learn particular technology very fast. If a person like me has to learn technology, hands-on help railways to progress your accounting and public system as the best in the country and in the world. Wherever you want Institute to participate, we are there. We can collaborate and work together. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share some of my views. And I'm sure that in future also, we'll keep meeting like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. We sincerely believe that the association of ICAI with Indian Railways will lead to breakthrough reforms in the government accounting system. We are grateful to you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule and gracing the event. We look forward to many more interactions with you on various subjects of professional interest. Once again, thank you.